Hey guys, what's going on? Vertigo Skate Shop here. Today we're going to show you guys how to throw together a basic skateboard package. There's 6 things to your skateboard. The first is obviously your deck. I'm going to be using our Vertigo Skate Shop decks here. They're made by real skateboards, really good quality. And I'm grip tape right here. I've got some nice mob grip. I've got Bones Reds precision bearings. I've got just 8 screws and 8 bolts. I've got blank skate wheels and some blank trucks. Also, you're going to need 2 tools. You're gonna, if you can, find a skate T-tool. If not, just a regular wrench that will work, and a razor blade. The first thing you guys want to do is grip your deck. Now, there was a clear plastic on this deck. I already took it off and threw it away. You're not going to need that, so you can go ahead and take yours off. The second thing you need is your grip tape. So your grip tape, one side is really rough like sandpaper, and the other side has this adhesive on it. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put the adhesive side on the board so that the rough side is on top. This allows you to grip the board. So go ahead and take your paper off right here on the back of your board, or on the back of the grip tape. You're going to go ahead and put this to the side. Don't throw it away because we're actually going to use it. So I'm going to take my grip tape and I'm going to hold it by the ends. And you're going to line up the ends of the board with the end of your grip tape. It's okay if it hangs off by a couple of inches because we're going to trim that later. So go ahead and line up the edges. Alright, and it's going to kind of lay flat after you line everything up, and then you're just going to take your hands, you're just going to press out with your hands. Don't go too fast, scratch your hands, it hurts. Just kind of do that. Then we're going to take our paper that we haven't thrown away yet. We're just going to lay it down on top of our board, and then we're actually going to be able to press harder with our hands right here. And that way, we're trying to push all the air bubbles out so that we have no air bubbles in our grip tape. And that is how you grip your board. So what we're going to do next is we're going to secure the edges of our board and make an outline on our grip tape so we can trim off the excess grip tape we don't need. So what you can use is you can use a flathead or Phillips head screwdriver, and you're basically going to scratch an outline on your grip tape of your board. So. So if you look on this side, you can kind of see what I've already done. You can kind of see the outline of the board. And I'm basically going to do this to the whole board. After you have made the outline of your deck on your grip tape, you're going to cut off your excess grip tape. So this is where your razor blade comes in handy. You're going to make a small incision on this side, or just on your near side, just perpendicular to the board. Then you're going to kind of come from underneath at an angle, and you're just going to kind of come straight, just like that. So as you can kind of see, I'm parallel to my board right here, and from there, I'm just going to hold the grip tape in one hand, and just pull. Make sure your razor blade is flush against the board, and you're just going to be able to pull. You should just cut real easily, just like that. And you're going to do this to your whole board. So after you've cut all the excess off of your board, you're going to take some of your spare grip tape. You're not going to quite throw it away yet. You're just going to fold it on itself. You're actually just going to lightly sand the edges of your board. So anything that kind of sticks out, you just want to make the grip tape just kind of as even as possible. What this is doing is adhering the sides of the grip tape to the board so that nothing is sticking out, so that your grip tape doesn't come up. So the last thing that we're going to do is you're going to take a small Phillips head screwdriver, you're going to turn your deck over, you see 8 holes on the bottom of your deck, you're just going to take your small Phillips head and you're just going to poke through your grip tape. Don't poke too hard because you don't want to bring your grip tape up. It's just held on by the adhesive. So you just want to kind of do it lightly, just enough to poke through. And after that's done, you've gripped your deck. So the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to be working with our hardware. So I've got our trucks and my bearings and my wheels, and we're going to throw them all together. So I'm going to start out with my bearings and my wheels. Take my razor blade, we're just going to open everything up. So you get my wheels out, you'll have 4 wheels. Go ahead and throw that away. I'm going to open up my bearings. And each wheel is going to have 2 bearings on it. So a pack of bearings will come with 8 bearings. What you want to do is put your bearings in your wheels. So, fortunately for us at Vertigo Skate Shop, we have a bearing press. So I'm going to show you how to do it with the bearing press, and if not, then you can just do it manually with your truck. And I'm going to show you guys both ways. So with the bearing press, you can go ahead and just put both of your bearings in at the same time. And when you put your bearings in, you'll kind of notice that the bearings have these balls on the inside right here. You're going to want to make sure that your balls are facing inside of your wheel. So I'm going to come over to our bearing press. Just going to put it on. And all you got to do is press down. Your wheel is good to go. If you don't have a bearing press, it's going to be okay, because we can just use our truck. So go ahead and take the bolt off one side of your truck. You'll notice that there's these rings on it too. Those are speed rings. You can go ahead and put those aside too. Unfortunately, like the bearing press, you can do it 2 at a time. We can only do these 1 at a time. So go ahead and put 1 bearing on one side of your wheel, and then you're just going to come in and you're just going to press your bearing against your truck. So your bearing will slide into place. So you just push it in, give it some good pushes, and that'll be in. After you've got all of your wheels complete, we're going to go ahead and throw them on our trucks. So we're going to start with 1 truck, and you're going to take all the nuts off of 1 truck and all the speed rings off. Then you're going to put 1 speed ring on each side. Speed rings are there so that your bearings aren't abrasive up against the side of your truck. They're there kind of as a spacer so that your bearings aren't rubbing against your nut or your truck. So go ahead and put your wheels on. Alright, and you should have another speed ring. You can go ahead and throw that on too. Alright, and the last thing you want to do is you're just going to put the bolt back on. You can just kind of screw it on there. And this is where we're going to use our T-tool. So you're going to take your T-tool and you're just going to start to tighten that bolt in. The trick is that we're going to tighten it until you can kind of see that when I go like this, the wheel doesn't really turn at all. So then we're going to take our T-tool and we're just going to turn it back a half turn. So then after that, see that wheel? See how much it spins? That's what you really want. So we're going to do that to the other side. Finish putting your wheels and bearings on your trucks. We're going to go ahead and put our hardware on our deck. Now your hardware is a screw and a bolt, and that's what holds your trucks onto the bottom of your deck. So you're going to go ahead and take one of your screws and you're just going to push it through the hole in your deck. Notice that I have 2 yellow screws while I'm putting in my purple ones. The majority of the screws that I'm using are purple, and I've got 2 yellow ones, and I use these yellow ones on the front of my board so I know where the front of my board is. After you've got your screws in, we're going to go ahead and put our trucks onto our deck. You'll notice this bolt right here on our truck. This bolt is called a kingpin. This holds your bushings to your truck so that your truck can pivot. And you're going to make sure that this is facing the middle of your deck. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. Alright, and after that's on, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put your bolt on, and you're going to do that to each screw. So you're going to do this 4 times per truck. Now that we've got our truck on, our bolts are holding together our screws kind of loosely, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to tighten that up. So inside your T-tool, you got a handy little gadget with the Phillips head on it. So what we're going to do is you're going to come both sides of the board. You're going to hold the Phillips head screw on one side, and you're going to tighten up this bolt on the other. You guys put the second truck on your board is good to go. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. And for more helpful tips and anything boarding related, click on the link at vertigoskateshop.com.